Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you might notice that I'm wearing the same thing like my previous video. And that's just because I've had a day full of recording. So my next video, this video, is gonna be a tag video. I haven't done a tag in a long time. The last one was the boyfriend tag with Rigo, which was like months and months ago. So I decided that I wanted to steer away from all the videos that I've been doing lately and do a tag because they're more personable and fun, and you kind of get to see a side of me that you might not see in my videos all the time and kind of get to know me a little better. So I decided to do the TMI tag because it looks fun. There's a lot of questions and some personal, some funny, some fun ones that I decided I wanted to answer for you guys. Without further ado, because this video might be long, it's probably going to be long. It definitely is going to be long. Let's get into the questions. I might go in and out with numbering them, so bear with me. But number one, what are you wearing? I am wearing a white tank from Madewell, some Articles of Society jeans. They're like a light wash, and my favorite slippers. They're cheetah print. Cheetah? Leopard? Leopard. They're leopard print, and my sister gave them to me for Christmas. So I use these all the time, and the baby bear tries to bite them every single day. Have you ever been in love? That's question number two. Excuse me. Allergies? Yes, I have definitely been in love. I was in love. My first relationship which was when I was 17, 18 years old, and then I am in love again now with Rigo, the Mister. I love him dearly, and yeah, definitely have been in love. And I'm in love with the baby bear who just came into the room with Daddy's flip-flop. No. You better stop. Go get a toy. Number three, ever have a terrible breakup? I've never had a terrible breakup. I've had some pretty uncomfortable breakups where we've been like talking crap to each other on Facebook, but then after a while we got over it, and I've been able to like stay friends with some of my ex-boyfriends. I mean, I don't really talk to them now, but we were amicable and like kept in touch, but I've never had a terrible one, no. Four, how tall are you? I am 5'2". Actually, I'm 5'1 3/4, but we rounded up to 5'2". How much do you weigh? I couldn't tell you, and it's not because like I'm embarrassed of my weight or, you know, I don't want to divulge that information. It's just we don't keep a scale in our home. We've never had a scale to weigh ourselves. I couldn't tell you how much I weigh. Number six, any tattoos? I don't have any on my body, but I do have one on my eyelids. I did get some eyeliner tattooed on my eyes about like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago actually. Rigo's friend's boyfriend did it for me, and I didn't do all the sessions, so it's not very noticeable. It's more in the natural side, but he did the upper lid and a little bit on the lower lid. You can't really tell that much, but it's there, and it was super uncomfortable, but kind of cool at the same time. 7, any piercings? Just my ears. I at one point wanted to do my belly button, but my dad had a strict rule that we had to be at least 16 years old to get our belly buttons pierced, and when I wanted it, it was during the time that both my sisters got them done, and I was like 2 or 4 years too young to get it done. By the time it was my turn, when I was 16, I was just like over it, and I'm like, forget about it. 8, one true pairing. My one true pairing is very typical, and maybe a lot of people would say this, but it really is like something that a relationship that I loved, and it was from The Notebook. Ryan Gosling, Rachel McAdams, Noah and Allie. I loved that couple. They just were the epitome of like love and, you know, if it's yours, let it go and it will come back type of thing. And I also really enjoy the fact that they formed a relationship outside of the movie and they were romantically involved in real life. I thought that was really sweet. I loved their kiss on the MTV Movie Awards. Like that to me was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I want to get kissed like that. But unfortunately, like a year or two ago, before Eva was like pregnant, I remember, you know, in the tabloids it was like, oh, Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes like broke up, and I was like, oh my God, get back with Rachel, get back with Rachel. Are they gonna get back together? Please get back. And then we found out that Eva was pregnant, and I was like, yep, there goes that. Favorite show? My favorite show is something that I watched throughout its life, and then to this day I can watch every single episode 2-3 times and I don't get sick of it, and that's Charmed. I loved Charmed growing up. It's fake, super fake, but I loved all the actresses. I loved the storylines, and I love the love stories in it too. So I just loved Charmed, and I thought I was a witch too. Favorite bands. Favorite bands, I would have to say I'm a big like Spanish music lover. So bachata being like my favorite genre of Spanish music. And so my favorite band, they're not together anymore, but they still hold a place in my heart, and it's Aventura. And then a few other ones that I love are Best Coast, the Civil Wars, which they're not really a band, they're like a 2-person band, so they're like a duo, but I still consider them like a band. I love them. And Evanescence and Paramore. Old school stuff, but love them. Next one, something you miss. This is gonna get a little emo. Since being in Texas, I have been a little emotional and a little maybe depressed because I'm away from my family and friends. But something I miss is my childhood. I miss being really young, like 5, 6, 7 years old. My siblings, we were like the funniest like group of kids, like funniest foursome. We were weird, actually. You know, my parents were a young couple, so, you know, I'm not embarrassed to say this because I like to be very real. And we had some times where we struggled and times were rough. Like, you know, sometimes the light might have gone out. And the way that we dealt with things like that, to kind of not see how bad things were, I guess. My brother being the oldest, he would come up with these games. And one of the games that I loved the most was he came up with this thing where he would have a pillow, I would have a pillow. We would be in the dark, right? The lights went off. And my other 2 sisters would have to, in the dark, run past us as we were like knocking them really hard with the pillows. I mean, I wasn't knocking them that hard because I was the youngest and smallest and the weakest. But, you know, I was trying. My brother would knock them hard with the pillow, and it was like an obstacle course that you had to like go through. And, you know, we had fun, we entertained ourselves, and we made the best of situations. And I'm so grateful that I had them in times like that. You know, I never realized what was going on, but they did because they were older, and they made the experience that much better. You know, that we were together and stuff. And then I also miss, this is going to be a long one, I also miss my teenage years when I lived with my dad and my stepmom, who in my mind, she is my mother. My mom that I mentioned before was my biological. It's a little complicated in my life when I talk to people, but living with my dad and my mom and my siblings. My older brother didn't live with us anymore, but my 2 older sisters, my 2 younger brothers, and my younger sister, all of us in one home together was a lot. It was always chaotic. There was never a dull moment, which I love and I miss so much. It was never quiet. And when I lived there, I used to say, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I live on my own and it's quiet and it's calm and I can think, I can hear myself think. But now that I have that, I miss my chaotic life so much. But in that my home with all my siblings and my parents, we had this tradition that we did where whenever someone's birthday, whenever it was someone's birthday, the night before, everyone would stay up till 12 and everyone would go into that person's room and just like start screaming and singing happy birthday. And we've always had like 4 or 5 songs, like birthday songs that we sang. And we would go through all the songs and everyone would hug, kiss the birthday boy or girl, and then everyone would go to sleep. Everyone would stay up, even the little ones. So it was really special because, you know, everyone had to go to sleep at a certain time on a school night especially, but during someone's birthday, you got to stay up late, and it was really exciting to see everyone singing to you, and it made our birthdays really special. Long one, sorry, that was like 4 minutes. Next question, favorite song. At the moment, it is Moments by Taupe Lo, or Tove Lo, don't know if I pronounced that correctly. 13, how old are you? I'm not ashamed to say it, I'm 26. Whatever, 26 is the new 16. 14, my zodiac sign, I'm a Capricorn. 15, a quality that you look for in a partner. For me, humor is so important. Good looks are great and a sexy body is really great, but without humor, I don't think that you can live a good life. I need someone who's funny, who's going to make me laugh on a day-to-day basis. And especially when I'm having a tough time, if I'm, you know, when times get tough, you need that person that's going to bring that laughter and bring that happiness back into you and kind of make you forget what's going on. And I had that with Rigo. He makes me laugh even when I'm mad at him. And then I just kind of like forget about why I'm mad at him. 16, favorite quote. My favorite quote isn't by some like super duper important philosopher or celebrity or whatnot. It's from my boyfriend's mom. What she had told me was, a woman chooses the father of her children. And to me, I was just like, at first I was just like, yeah, I mean, so like, you know, like my initial reaction was, you're telling me something like I already know. But then when I thought about it and when we continued talking, I was like, wait a second, like she makes so much sense. You choose who you want to be with. As a woman, as a man, you know, who's ever choose, you know, whoever it is, you choose your partner. And at first you choose the person because of your own selfish reasons, like, oh, we get along, you're fun to hang out with, you know, we can spend more than 5 hours together without wanting to kill each other. She made it clear in my mind that that person that you choose not only is someone that you can deal with, but you have to make sure that that person is someone you would want around your future children, someone who would be in their lives forever and who would be a good example and would treat them great and will love them just as much as you're going to love them. And it's something that I never realized was so important. And it is a very important decision because it's something that would affect their lives forever, good or bad. So yeah, definitely my favorite quote. 17, favorite actor. Definitely has to be Matthew McConaughey. I love him. 18, favorite color, purple. 19, loud music or soft. Definitely a soft music type of girl. 20, where do you go when you're sad? I go to my bed and I curl up in a bowl and I just want to like lay there. Or I go in the shower and just like have the water like hitting me, just streaming down. How long does it take you to shower? Could take me anywhere from 5 minutes to like 2 hours. 22, how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Same thing, anywhere from 5 minutes to 2 hours, depending if I'm doing my hair, blowing it out or not. Same goes for the shower. If I'm washing my hair in the shower, it can be like 2 hours. 23, ever been in a physical fight? No, not with someone like a stranger or someone on the streets or in school or anything, but I did get into a physical fight with my sister, if that even counts. We used to share a room together. She was very OCD. I was very like laid back, like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna leave my socks on the floor. If you don't like it, then walk over them or pick them up for me. I was going through a stage and she wasn't having it. So she would like yell at me every single day. And I got to a point where I was just like, I'm fed up with you. And one day she came into the room, was yelling at me, and I'm just like, I'm not going to deal with it. And as she's walking out of the room, I think to like, you know, tell my mom or my dad or something. I'm like, why do you always got to be a, you know, B-I-C-T-H? And she's like, and I'm thinking she's gone and like didn't hear me, but I was like acting tough, right? She comes back into the room and is like, what? What did you say? I'm like, what? You heard me. You heard what I said. I don't have to repeat myself. And she was like, oh, so you think I'm a, you know, B-word? And I'm like, yeah. So she's like, okay. She comes over and she grabs me. She starts punching me. And I don't even know where she hit me, but it was hurting because she's little, but she's tough. And I was kicking her because that's all I know how to do because I can't punch. I'm not strong. And then my little brothers heard me screaming and they came in and broke us up. But she was really tough, so like she kept going at it. Then my mom had to come and my aunt, who I think was at my house at the time, and they saw that and were like, whoa, back off, like stop. Turn on. Same thing as a trait that I look for. Humor. But yeah, humor is a turn on. A turn off is someone who's too cocky and too full of themselves. You could be the cutest, hottest person, and if you come off as cocky, I'm just like, ew, you're gross, get away from me. The next question, number 26, the reason I joined YouTube. I had been loving watching videos for so long. I loved learning. I loved the fact that if I needed to find something out, figure out how to do something, I could just Google, like search it on YouTube, and I would see a tutorial on how to do it. And I felt like, you know, there's a lot that I like to do, and, you know, I like to explain things in a certain way, and when I was like 18, friends and cousins, a family of mine, I would do something with my hair and they'd be like, oh, how'd you do that? And I'm like, oh, let me show you. But like, they wouldn't get it. And I'm like, or they'd be like, oh, okay, cool, but I wish I could see it again. And I was like, oh, I'll record it and I'll put it on YouTube. And I never got to it. And then finally I'm like, hey, I have the time and I have the equipment to do it. So why not do my own videos? And that's why I did it. 27, fears. I have so many fears, but a couple of them are fear of the dark, fear of spiders and all insects and rodents, and fear of losing people. That's a big one. Number 28, last thing that made you cry. Last thing that made me cry was a show. Shows usually don't get me, but like I said, I've been very emo since being in Houston. So the last thing that made me cry was an episode of Bones. It was, if you watch Bones, then you know that Sweets passed away, which was one of the characters, and the episode that I watched recently, it was his birthday, and everyone was so sad, and they were like, oh my god, it's his birthday, but he's not here. Let me go buy him his donuts that I promised him, and that made me cry, because I was like, oh my god, that's so sad. 29, last time you said you loved someone. Last night, when I went to bed, and I told Rigo I loved him, when he told me to. 30, meaning behind your YouTube name. I wanted my name to be meaningful to what I wanted on my channel, and beauty a la carte means like beauty, a little bit of everything in beauty. So yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of everything, like makeup tutorials, hauls, reviews. I want to do DIYs and like hair stuff and just a little of everything. Baking, I haven't gotten to that yet, but you know, I want to do some videos on stuff that I love to bake. So yeah, that's why. 31, last book you read was the second installment of the 50 Shades of Grey book, and the book that I'm currently reading is the third installment. 33, last show you watched, Bones. 34, last person you talked to on the phone would have to be my sister, Jeanne. The relationship between you and the person you last texted, which was Rigo. He's my boyfriend. I live with him. I love him. He's the father of my fur baby. 36, favorite food. It's ceviche de camarones, and that is a Ecuadorian dish. A lot of different countries make it, but I love the Ecuadorian style. And maybe if you guys wanted to see what that is, I will do a video on how I make that. So let me know down below. My daddy showed me how to make it. He's so good at it. 37, a place you want to visit. I want to visit a lot of places. I want to visit Ecuador. I want to visit Honduras, and I want to do like a Euro like backpacking trip. And definitely Ireland. I really want to see Ireland. I don't know what it is. I want to go to like a legit like Irish bar or pub and drink some beer. And it's so green. I don't know. I just want to see it. Oh, and Greece. I want to see Greece. Last place you were. I went to the mailbox and sent my rent check. 39. Do you have a crush? It's not a crush anymore. I love him, but yes. The mister. 40, last time you kissed someone. Right before I went to bed. Maybe this morning, but I can't remember. I was half asleep when he went to work. 39, do you have, wait, no, I already said that. 41, last time you were insulted. I don't remember. I try not to be nasty so people don't insult me. 42, favorite flavor of sweet. Definitely chocolate. 43, what instruments do you play? I play nothing. 44, favorite piece of jewelry. It's definitely this necklace. I don't have it on, but it's a necklace that Rigo gave me. It's from Swarovski, and it's this like heart, like a dangly, like a sideways heart, and it has like these dangly charms on it, and the story behind it. I love the necklace itself, but I love the story. He picked me up from the train station, and he had it in his cup holder. And when I went into the car, he was just like, oh, hey. And then he's like, oh, will you pass me my drink in the cup holder? And I looked down and I was like, there's no drink there. He's like, wait, no, check. And I look in the cup holder and the necklace is there. And I was just like, is this the drink you're talking about? Last sport you played. I don't play sports. Last song you sang would have to be Selena, Como la Flor. Favorite chat up line? I don't have one. I think they're so corny. And I've never used it, which is the next question. 49, last time you hung out with anyone. It was not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that. I went to brunch or like an early lunch with these two awesome girls from Houston that I just met recently, not too long ago, and they're pretty awesome. So yeah, we went to a Korean spot and I had bibimbap. So good. And 50, who should answer these questions? All of you should answer them. I think they're really fun. You get to really get to know someone. And I love watching these videos because you really get a feel for the person and they answer some questions that you might be wondering about. So yeah, definitely all of you guys, if you upload a video, let me know down below and I will go watch it. And yeah, that's everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you missed any of my recent videos, make sure to click right there and watch them. And really check out my social media, which I have listed down below, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Twitter. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.